To you all, we are here for GP2 Britain tonight. I am joined by the race winner of GP1 on Thursday night, Droftas. How are you, mate?
Hello, pillars. You look nice.
Thank you, Jackie.
Hopefully, it's some mixed conditions for this.
I mean, you are the master of the moist conditions, so I think you could help everybody with some tips.
I'm just gonna watch. I'm just gonna watch, observe, and comment.
Watch, observe, comment, and rip the life out of them. I take it.
No, I'm gonna give full support and just, be that arm around the shoulder.
I mean, there's a first for everything, and you've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it looks dry anyway.
That's boring. Slowed up on one little bit. Only 16 so far, but Dan, same question every week, mate. Who's your 17 now? Who's your favourite?
I don't know. Yeah, Forza's been driving well lately, but obviously Beefy is a long way ahead. So I'm going to choose none of them, and I'm going to go with Gio. I'm going to go with Gio tonight.
Oh, that is a bold statement.
Right, Sammy has messaged and said it's dry all race.
Oh, well.
So that will be interesting for qualifying to see if any of these risk going on the mediums or not. Definitely.
Rembo's out early doors. I mean, that is a jazzy helmet. I think that is going... Oh, a little bit of a wobble on. I take it that is for all the... for the Welsh people watching and the one in the booth with me tonight. I take it you'll all appreciate the red, white and green helmet. Shame there's no dragon on there, mate.
No, I'm just admiring it myself. It's very Welsh / Italian. Would look good behind the red of a Ferrari, I feel.
I think it would.
But let's see if that AlphaTauri can get on the front row.
I mean, you proved that the AlphaTauri is a race-winning car around here Thursday night.
Oh, a safety car saved me.
Taking those hards all the way to
Chapalele is a little bit quick.
Good thing my football training starts, so I haven't got to put up with that and be disheartened every week. But
no, we can't all use pretending to play for a football team as getting out of it as excuses like you.
Hey, old safe hands pillars over here. I might change my gamer tag for that, but we'll see tomorrow.
I'd change it to Poppet-on wrists if I was you, from what I've been told.
Mate, a bit of lure pack always gets rubbed on before the game. Likes to spice things up a little bit.
Well, hopefully this week iStreams hasn't got lure pack on his racing gloves, because the last few times I've been watching it, he's been round more than, riding a theme park. Let's see if he can keep it on the track tonight.
Hopefully, got all my left hand side flashing at me for no reason, so hopefully that sorts itself out, because that is quite off-putting. But Rembo, you're starting a lap. Now coming down towards the end of Sector 1. I mean, Rembo's looked quite quick so far this season, but just been a bit unfortunate in a couple of races. Hopefully tonight she can get back on track with a podium.
Yeah, going back to obviously the question you asked me, who's your prediction?
Oh, now that is the $1 million question. I'm gonna go with Gods. Gods has qualified.
Said that, Gods has just gone purple in Sector 1.
He's well, for the last 2 weeks he's qualified amazingly well. He's been unfortunate in the race, but I feel today could be Gods' day. I'm gonna go with Gods. And now if anything bad happens to him, I am so sorry.
Wembo just about to finish that first lap, so we will get a time on the board because it's valid.
No, yeah, there
it's
is.
It's a 1:25.4. It's a good opener.
It is indeed.
Still time out there to find, but that personally, with only 2 going out, should see Q2. iStreams with a 28 dead.
Miles at a 25.9.
You might want to go on board with Gods, because Gods was purple in Sector 1.
There he is. So 25.7. So Rembo showing her hand early doors here, unless.
I have to apologise in advance to the epileptics in the chat, because that leaderboard is just flashing like crazy tonight.
Oh yeah, mine's feeling like it's taking some LSD and it's going absolutely wild right now. Kurt Boy with a 25. So Kurt Boy's kind of sneaking under the radar a little bit. He's had a good couple of performances in the last couple of races, so he might be up there with the shout on the podium.
Velocity says this is Forza's track.
Oh,
so
nice.
The good thing, hopefully for Forza that's right, but in terms of my prediction, the good thing about that is Velocity himself is usually wrong in everything.
Well, this is true. You've hit the nail on the head there, I think.
Actually, coming out on the mediums.
That is a bold choice, considering it is Q1 where.
Well, it's probably just to get them used. I mean, you can save you using them in Q2. Rather practice, see what they feel like for the race. Qualifying Q2 on the softs. Strategies new and if the same soft, medium or medium soft, whichever way you do it.
Apart from if it was an early safety car, which you proved the hards come into play.
The hards do come into play with an early safety car, but at the same time, if there's a late safety car and you've already pitted on from those softs, the mediums, you can use the softs till the end, so you will be faster.
True. Just riding on board with, obviously, I think Velocity's favourite, which is Forza. Did go purple in Sector 1, and my timing screen is doing my absolute head in. Going through Magus and Beckett, keeping it nice and tidy, keeping the speed up through there, which is always a bonus. And he's purple in Sector 2, so this is looking fairly good so far from Forza Ferrari. The only person not to go out on, well, only person still in the pits is CRG Geo. Hopefully he'll be out on the track soon and setting that first time for him of the night.
Knowing Geo, he's just taking a couple of selfies and making sure his hair's alright.
25.9, so Rembo looking very good at the top of the leaderboard so far.
That'll be the new helmet.
Would it make that much of a difference?
Oh, 100%. It's all about a new helmet. Like putting a racing stripe on a Fiat Panda. Just get that extra horsepower immediately, don't you? So
I will take your word for it if that's what you like to drive back in the day, mate. Or if you still drive it to this day, I won't take that away from you. Sammy's invalidated. Sammy just doing Sammy things in the first part of qualifying, but Brandon with a 125.8 puts himself P4 at the moment. Beefy is out on track. Now going through Cops. It's pretty much flat out. Is that one of the hardest corners to keep the time valid there, Dan?
to be honest, mate, I had no idea what you just said. I was listening. I was looking at something else. I was watching Axwin and I was not listening to your voice. So apologies for that.
Do it yourself then, mate. I'll just sit here and be quiet all race then.
Just 5 minutes into commentary and I think already ignoring you.
Just
Deciding
zoning
things
out.
to come for the next hour and a half.
Yeah, great. I just talked to a brick wall before you get a better answer. Now going back to it, Cops though, is that the hardest corner to try and keep your time valid through there?
Qualifying, there's 2 or 3. You've got 2 and 1 especially is a nightmare. You want to take as much curve as possible, but you take too much and it's straight away invalid. And obviously, it's a long pit lane to come back into this one. It takes a long time to get all the way through. It's so slow.
Yep.
But there are a couple. You can invalidate 2 Maggots, Beckett, even that Stowe after sector 2. You run wide, take too much curb, and it's never invalid. So there's plenty of places for him to pick up penalties or invalidate a qualifying lap.
Good stuff.
Action's looking very neat and tidy through Maggots and Beckett's on those mediums. It'll be interesting to see what sort of time he does. I say that he takes a bit of grass.
And he's invalid. We've got Becca in the comments saying, I ain't wrong though. If I finish this race, it's because of my helmet. It's the aerodynamics.
Like I said, all about the helmet.
I think that's more psychological more than anything.
Well,
But if that's the way she wants to think, I'm not going to stop her.
Gio is still not gone anywhere. Oh, he's probably deliberately going to start at the back just to prove me wrong.
Got Brandon in the comments. Evening, Brandon. Hopefully you have a good qualifying, mate, as your qualifying performance has been a little bit better in the past few weeks. So,
Well, Brandon currently P2 in the standings, obviously needs to really take a couple of points off Beefy, who's just been too consistent in this division so far.
definitely.
A couple of early wins, got his lead going, and Brandon now needs to get some good qualifying results because his race pace has always been there.
Yeah, well, Beefy picked up well, an unfortunate loss of a win for Gods in Singapore, but obviously Beefy came through then to pick up the 25 points. So hopefully he can carry on that sort of form he's had, as you said, and can crack on. George still not coming out. Sammy hasn't set a lap. Ashwin coming through Stowe as we speak.
Technology's done a very respectable 26.5 on those medium tyres. Safe at the moment, but obviously if the others do hook it up on a soft, could be in danger.
Definitely.
I feel like Ice Streams needs to do another lap just in case the guys that are in the pits come out and set more. Only two of these are going out today.
I'm just on board with Worry Cloud. He did say he was about 4 tenths up after sector 2, so he's going to come across the line now with a 26.3. Not a bad lap.
Should be okay with a 26.3 with only two being eliminated.
Yep. Sammy's on an outlet now. George is still flicking his hair about. I'm going to go on what you said down, as you know him better than I do. iStream's 1.1 seconds up so far. Let's see how he finishes this lap off here. So 26.9 still puts him P13, but it's an improvement and I'll have time for one more go, so...
Oh, I don't actually think George is in the lobby. Just got a message off him saying he's got error codes.
Oh.
Which would explain
why he is still...
why he hasn't done a lap. Fairface is facing the wrong way.
That's horrendous, Dan. That is absolutely horrendous.
It's genius. You can't appreciate dad jokes.
I can. But obviously, you've been a dad longer than I have, mate, so I'll let that one slide. Any more and I will have to ban you, but, you know, it's fine. Right, it's right.
I don't mind you ban me. If you ban me, I won't have those Saturday morning begging messages to come and help you, so that would be a relief.
Wow. Wow.
Oh yes, we went there.
Wow.
Maz sneaking in the P2. I don't know if you said that or not.
No, I did it because I'm going to ride on board with Sammy and I hope he's listening. Let's see what he can do. Keeping it neat and tidy so far. Oh. Wobbly bob there. George is now finally on his outlet. 27.1 for Sammy through the first sector. Now, what can he do on the way down towards Cops and the old start finish straight? Feel free to point anything out, Dan, if I've missed anything while riding on board with Sammy, and that is invalid.
He's invalidated.
Fairface has invalidated that lap as well, so... TJ now coming out of the twisty and turny first part of sector 1. DRS is open.
Sammy gearing up for one more go at this.
Oh, TJ's invalidated again. So many options to pick who I want to ride on board with.
I'm currently on board with Sammy. He's getting it nice and neat and tidy through sector 1. He's on the Wellington straight now, punches the DRS. We'll have a nice little bit of a toe off Gods there. So if he can hook this up through Maggots and Beckett's, he should be okay. Obviously
Definitely.
Gods in the top 5 right now and on a lap himself, so...
Just flat through cops. Keeps it valid. Looked like that was drifting out a little bit too much, but
We'll pick up the toe again off Gods.
yeah.
This is the last part. Needs to just keep it valid on the inside now and we should see him through. Looks like a pretty tidy lap so far. Getting imaginary ghost cars appearing on track for me as well.
Imaginary gods. Good lap.
There you go, P3, great lap.
George
Finally
P8.
hooks it up.
Got Ashwin on a
Not
lap.
bad, not bad for a first attempt there from Gio. At least he got himself.
Safely through there.
Right there. We've got ice streams out on a lap at the moment. Obviously, Fairface and Axwin both still yet to set one. The Visionology really on those mediums really is in danger now.
Definitely.
Unless they don't come out the pit because they've not got long.
Ashwin's on that out on a lap now.
Well,
It's just,
Fairface is still in the pit.
he's just coming out now, Dan. As I ride on board with him.
He have to keep it on the track on his out lap because he's going to be very close to the end of this.
Yeah. Ashwin now coming up towards Maggots and Beckett's. DRSF with a purple sector 2, but I don't know what to believe sometimes. But it should be valid. So 26.1 puts himself P12 on those medium tyres. But Ishinology, I think is going to miss. Ishinology's going to miss a line here. But with ice streams,
Ice stream's invalidated.
Not
Not sure if it's an out lap or not though.
It's not an outlap, but he will get one more run. TJ will make the line. I think Ishinology, don't think he will.
No, Ice Streams comes in, so it's all on Fairface and whether or not he can make that line. Worry Cloud is safe, is retired from session.
Ishinology won't make the line, so
No,
Suzuki's down.
Ishinology's not going to make the line, so it's down to Fairface if he can hook it up. That is it. Anyone else on track? Ishinology's not going to make it, so heads in, which means that it is only Fairface who can improve.
Yes, indeed. Not bad first sector time so far.
27.2 for the first sector. Currently a 10th up on Ishinology's time.
Oh, we've got everyone's favourite Alfa Romeo driver, and that's invalid. That's TJ's qualifying over.
And Den's in the chat, is he?
No, it is the one and only Energetics.
Ah, you said everyone's favourite.
Well, Hilker is my favourite, okay? Leave the bus driver alone. To be fair, there's no tunnels around Silverstone, so it's a good thing, you know, at least he made it round the track.
Well, it's an achievement when he gets out of the pit lane. Fairface packs it up, retires from session. That's it. There's your top 15.
And the Ice Dreams and TJ
Q1.
Furface are out, so both our picks through so far. I will say so far. Anything can happen. Rempo loves a bottle job. Hopefully she doesn't tonight, but we shall see. Have you got the standards up there? Not with a new helmet. Have you got the standards up there, Dan?
I can have the standings up. What do you want to know?
I'm just interested to see the gap between Beefy and Brandon.
56 points.
Ooh.
It's 2 race wins. There's a big gap then between Brandon and Forza Ferrari of 22 points. Obviously Forza with a win and Brandon not finishing would take him into P2, but
Definitely got only
quite a lot of
6.
gaps opening up at the top of the division.
There
Alfa
is.
Romeo are a good 53 points ahead of Mercedes as well, so it is tight for second in the constructors. There's only 119 points between second and fourth, Mercedes, Alfa and Ferrari.
I can easily disappear within one race weekend, so there it is, there you have it. Only TJ Furface and Ice Dreams missing out, and only 700s between Maz and Rempo as you head into Q2. What is your favourite part of this track then, Dan?
Finishing it.
Good answer. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Just likes finishing it.
No, it's quite good. Maggots and Beckett's are great this year. Being almost flat. And it just flows a lot better than it did last year. For me anyway.
I swear any time I talk
But
to
it is a relief finishing this track. Because there's been so many times where I've driven it and you think you've got the corner right and you just get thrown into a wall.
Yep.
And considering there's not really many corners near walls, it does amaze me how that happens.
It's a good achievement.
I do.
It is.
I do find them a lot, especially in practice.
No, it is good to hear. But the thing is, for you get out of the way early doors, don't you? And then in the race you come through and storm it to victory. So you must be doing something right.
So that's why we practice.
But I swear every time.
Sam's saying he's actually surprised with P3. Well, P3 was his best result, but they are the only 15 points he's got from Austria.
I'm surprised
this
that.
year.
I'm more surprised at Q1. I can say that he's my teammate on Sundays, so it's fine. It's just an inter-team banter.
Oh. Renbo first aid again.
No messing about on those medium tyres.
Nice mix of tyres.
Yeah.
Mars on the softs, Beefy on the soft. Everybody else that's gone out at the moment, or Kurt Boy's also gone soft. The rest have all gone mediums that have left.
I have a funny feeling though, Beefy will either... Actually no, I'm going to put it out there. I think Beefy's going to set a horrendous time on those softs and then come through at the end on the mediums to beat it.
I personally would go softs. Well, I did. I went softs for Q2.
I mean, it doesn't really matter which way around you get it.
It's almost identical to the Delta. It's just where that safety car, if there is one, comes out.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you start on the softs, you need to be quick at the start and get away. And if you start on the mediums, you need to try and cling on and be quick at the end.
Definitely.
No, we had a lap 4 safety car.
Ooh, that is early doors.
So obviously it played into the hands of the people on the softs that did change.
Rempo's backed out of her lap even before the line, so who's that? That is Brandon going to be setting the first time, hopefully, of his second qualifying session.
Rainbow throwing that car across the grass, pick up some more wear on those tyres.
Isn't that just how women drive anyway?
Ooh, hang on.
Oh, someone's got the fishing rod out tonight. Nibble, nibble.
Don't want to be you. When that comment's heard.
It's fine. I'll take it. I'll take whatever abuse I get. It's fine.
And it will be deserved.
I think it would
Brandon
take.
right on the limit there.
Coming.
Coming into Maggots and Beckett's now. Pushing hard on this medium lap. Obviously a purple sector 2, being the first one to set a lap. Like Hulkenberg today. On 8 in Q1 and got that purple first sector in at least. He might be starting last, but he was fastest on track for half a lap.
I can't say I saw it. I was halfway putting up some running cable outside and doing a bit of fencing today, so I completely missed qualifying.
26-0 on the mediums first, and just as you predicted, Beefy comes round obviously on his old tyres just to get himself a delta.
It's just getting boring now, Beefy. Spice it up a little bit. You're getting too predictable.
He can be as predictable as he wants. He's 2 race wins ahead in the championship.
Ooh, your little...
Whatever he's doing's working.
George coming through with a 26.4 though. Your pick for the night in that Williams. But Kurt Boy with a 25.8 on the soft tyres. So time to be found as Rempo now starting her lap. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong that women can drive. To be fair, I think she's done that once already, so. Prove me wrong again. That is a good lap though. A 2-minute 11 lap. That is a strong performance so far. Maverick with a 27.7. But on the medium tyre, so imagine he'll be going soft at the end of quali 2. Forza with a 26.1 has just popped up, but Gods with a 25.3 on the soft tyre, so that will be his starting tyre of choice. Madden with a 26.3 puts himself up to P5 in the other AlphaTauri. So we've got Ishinology and Ashman also on laps as Rempo, just like Brandon, pushing the limits through Cops now up towards Maggots and Beckett's. How brave is she feeling? Just throwing it in there again. DRS wide open.
37 seconds up on the Delta, so it's looking pretty quick.
I would be worried if she was down at this point though, with a 2-minute 11.
Obviously did the first lap in this year's Ferrari.
Ooh. Hope there's no Italians. Is Rempo with a
26.2.
I hope there's no Italians.
Right in the middle of the pack.
Or Ferrari fanatics in the chat, Dan, or you could be mincemeat. I mean,
I'm going to go with Forza Ferrari, being a Ferrari fan.
I mean, I would probably put my house on it. And no comments, Dan. I know what you. I can hear the clogs ticking away there.
The clogs. You can hear the clogs.
I can hear your clogs, mate, because you're in Amsterdam. That's where we're going with that one.
Oh, I think it's time you left.
I think it's time I drink more Monster. Wake myself up. Ishinology with a 25.4. Ashman with a 25.5. And only Mars to set a lap time. But he is on his outlap on no soft tyres.
Well, you can already see what's going to happen now.
Is that a little yawn I caught you at the end of there, Dan?
Might possibly have been one.
See, all over it. You need a Monster as well, bud.
I need to stop leaning back and just watching. I need to sort of sit up and pay more attention. Just that lull of Q2 the start. You know, it doesn't get exciting for another 5 minutes when most of these guys realise that the medium probably isn't going to get them through, or they're not happy with their lap, so they go out on the softs. Just a process, isn't it, the start of qualifying too, unfortunately.
Yep.
Not much between the Mercedes.
Where's Mars about on his lap at the moment? Coming through to finish the end of Sector 1.
Gio is also on a lap. Trying to improve on that medium time. But he hasn't got the ERS on, so this is a in-lap, or it's just a cool down lap before he goes again.
3 laps on those medium tyres. Will that play a part in the race?
No, it shouldn't do. It shouldn't do. It's still a soft medium. You know, you can get 3 or 4 laps on them in qualifying as long as you're gentle on your out lap.
Nice over the shoulder shot of Mars going through Maggots and Beckett's, opening up the DRS. Now on the hanger straight, going up towards Stowe. Just throwing it through there. Tricky little chicane for traction a little bit, I found, Dan, at times. But it's 25-2. Mars goes P1 so far.
Ready Salted in the chat saying hello. There's no H, so it is an hello.
Oh, a big shalom to you, Brady Salted.
He's doing okay. P5 at the minute. Is old Brady Salted. Yeah, the cogs going in your head now. You're trying to work out what I'm on about.
Maybe.
A couple of minutes until we see everybody going out on the softs and battling it out. Though Rentbo is on an out lap on those softs. Can benefit quite a lot from a tow rein here. But at the same time, if you get too close, the dirty air is really, really tough. You do get thrown out on quite a lot of corners and you will invalidate. So Sammy benefited from it in Q1.
Definitely.
From Gods and did a really good lap. But obviously they weren't teammates, that wasn't planned.
Brandon was 2/10 up after sector 2, so on those medium tyres, see what you can do here.
A bit deep coming in there.
Doesn't improve.
No, it's that final right. Just a little bit deep going in. I was saying he would prefer to start on the mediums here, so doesn't really want to go out again. It's going to be close because there's only 5 temps between 5th and 11th at the moment. So
I found that qualifying has been tight in GP2 all season, really.
you got Beefy down in 14th as well. There's obviously 1.3 seconds up at the minute, so he's looking at a 26.3 unless he improves the final sector.
25.7.
Yeah, so obviously went another 6 temps faster there into P6. That should be safe on the mediums. No, then against the same boat as Maz. It's a medium lap that can be beaten. Maz thinks he's safe, which probably agree with that one. 25.2 on the softs. Doesn't want to go out and waste another set of tyres.
Remember they're on a lap on the soft tyres, trying to get herself inside the top 10 now.
This is where an invalidation can really hurt you.
Yeah, definitely.
These final 2 runs. Gio on an out lap, also gone on the softs.
She's 9/10
warming those tyres up. 9 temps up, looking at a 25.3 with 9 temps. Obviously that's without anything else. This could be a provisional P1. It's only in Q2, but there you go, 25.2. I'm telling you, it's the helmet.
You love a helmet, though.
I told you. I thought we were going to speak about that.
Well, I mean...
Let's keep it PG. Let's keep it PG, come on.
You blanked me earlier. I will out a secret for any time you blank me.
It wasn't that I was blanking you. It's just I was daydreaming.
You blanked me. Were you daydreaming about the valleys?
No, helmet. Gio, coming up. Intercept in middle of sector 2. Maggots and Beckett's to go. Keeps it valid.
It's another
Obviously
man. It's another man that appreciate the old red, white, and green helmet, wasn't it? A Welsh
It is.
contingent in GP2 tonight.
This is a very tidy Maggots and Beckett's there. 5 temps up on his own time, which is obviously going to put him into the 25s, which is enough at the moment to qualify. As long as he hooks it up in the final sector. I think we're looking at about a 25.5, 25.4 here for Gio if he gets this final corner spot on.
Oh, might run
A little bit deep, but he will still improve. The 25.6.
I should see him, maybe see him through
Gets
there.
him ahead of Maz's medium time, so obviously Maz and Beefy now on those mediums. Maz is on an outlap, Beefy is in the pits, he hasn't got time to go again, so Beefy committing to those mediums. Sammy's in the danger zone, Brandon is out. He said, nope, I'm starting on the mediums, and he's retired from session anyway.
Yes, indeed.
What is going on there in the middle of... Is that actual oceanology? Kurt Bow. That's Kurt Boy and Rent Bow. Both just chilling. Track mat was lighting up. Sammy into P4.
Sammy can do it when he needs to. He's pulled one out of the bag there as well. So Maz, well, Beefy now on the cusp, and well, Maz obviously on the outlap and probably making the right decision there.
Oz has also said, no, I'm not going out, I'm staying on those mediums, so...
Only Madden, Worry Cloud and the Maverick to go.
Again, the mediums work to start on.
Yep.
Problem is, if you get a safety car while you're still before the softs go off, then those softs runners can just go onto a harder compounder tyre, onto the mediums, obviously which last longer, or the hards, and see out the race. They're going to save themselves 25-30 seconds with the length of the pit lane.
Definitely.
So you really need to be fast on those softs at the end if you're going to catch back up. So an early safety car would mix things up even more.
Sure, I don't think Madden's got enough fuel for one more lap, so I think Madden could be
Worry
out
Cloud's
there.
coming round. I'm obviously not sure in terms of
Oh.
whether our timing screen is right or not, but
Yeah,
obviously the time has gone my end.
time did go. Time went my end as well. I was on board there.
But obviously we can be behind in terms of our timing screen.
Maverick on a lap now. See where he finishes now. Only P13, so Maverick out as well. So
Well, Worry Cloud is 3 temps up, which isn't enough for the top 10 yet. But obviously I have no idea when that lap was started. My timing screen definitely says checkered flag.
yeah, so did mine. Get on board and see if he does set this lap time, because it will be interesting.
Four and a bit temps
start.
up, which is looking at a 25.8. It's going to be close to Beefy. This could knock Beefy out of Q3 here.
He's going to complete the lap, so this could be controversial. He has.
It is. It's knocked Beefy out. But, you know, it could be completely valid.
It could be, yeah. It will be interesting to see. The stewards probably will want to have a little look at that. But you've got Beefy, Madden, Brandon, the Maverick and Forza all out in Q2. Interesting, all the top 10. I think Maz didn't set that time on... Maz set that time on mediums, did he?
He did, yeah.
No.
As was the fastest of the medium runners.
Maz could be the one to look out for. If there isn't an early safety car.
Well, Maz disconnected on his final lap.
Oh, do you? You got him?
I can invite him back in if he hasn't already got one. I'll give him a spare anyway, as I'm here. give everybody I got as a friend a spare, actually.
So there is confirmation. Maz on those medium tyres, but Beefy, Madden, Brandon, the Maverick, and Force are all out. Obviously, Beefy being out could be very, very controversial, but our timing screen could be wrong. So, be interesting to see. But the gap between the top three, only 9, well, pretty much a tenth. But the gap between P1 and 2, 6 thousandths of a second between Mars and Rempo there. As you're just about to load into Q3. So, loading in. I feel like I'm on my own here, I can't hear it. Oh no, there he is. I can.
I'm here. I was, just letting you do your thing.
Don't let me do my thing, that's where it all goes wrong.
You feel like you're on your own, like the voices in your head stop talking to you this week.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I still need people to hold my hand crossing the road there, mate. So.
That's a Mercedes first out this time, and there's only one that got through, so Sammy is going to get some screen time.
Not if I have anything to say about it. Hey. Only joking, I can't do that to him. He's done well to get into Q3.
Oh, it'd be interesting to see if he can have another Austria performance, because obviously he looks strong, bar track limits there.
Definitely. Who's your call for pole, Dan?
Oh, I chose Gio before the start, so I'll stick with Gio. See if he can put out the bag. Obviously the two favourites at the moment, I would say, are Renbo and Maz.
Do you think
This.
when George's going on his fast laps, do you think he's commentating in his head as he's doing it?
If I was him, I definitely would be. Definitely. Gotta keep it professional. Well, Renbo said, "Nope, Sammy, sorry, I'm going to be the lead car. You're not having screen time. Let's let him talk about my helmet some more."
You can talk about helmets as much as you like, mate, but that does seem to be your favourite colour helmet.
Could do the commentary in Welsh.
I mean, I don't understand valleys, but you can give it a go. Unless you got your Adidas poppers on, mate, then feel free to give it a go.
I got the poppers on, the white socks, and the Fiat Panda with a racing stripe on the drive, mate. I'm all sorted. All I need now is to walk down the street like I'm carrying two invisible suitcases under my hands, and I'll fit right in at that end of the woods.
A sheep on a leash.
Enough about that. Enough about that. Now time up, let him run free. It's better to chase.
I think Sammy's getting that cheeky bit of toe again, damn. As he loves so much.
I don't blame him. It's helped him out.
But Rambo.
Everybody valid at the moment. Purple though for gods.
Oh, hang on.
Sector 1.
George is off. George is in a wall. Through turn 1, George has decided to take a trip to the gravel trap and to see a wall, and that is end plate damage.
He can come back in. Probably have another go on those tyres before using.
Rembo's invalid. So Sam will be getting a lovely toe down this hanger straight.
Well, if Sam keeps this valid, we are, for the first time I think, since we at least we've been doing comms, going to see ALR Sammy at the top of a leaderboard.
I think, yeah, we are. We are going to see old Sam towards the line. He just invalid.
No, so Asianology takes the initiative with a 25-7, beaten by Gods with a 24-9. Is that the first 24 today?
That's the first sub 25 we've had, damn. Sammy will be kicking him, so that must have been dead at the start finish line as well.
Well, pole position was a 23-9 on Thursday because Chapelele is just an alien.
You've blown your socks off there, mate.
That was an insane lap. That was a first run as well, so...
Oh, good. Good to see you boys getting your answers handed to you, but you came good in the race though, Dan, didn't you?
Well, that's supposed to mean strategy can change it all. Safety car in a straight race, you might be slower than someone, but you can still make a quick decision and get a bit of luck.
Definitely, is Rory Cloud with a 26-1.
I'm still trying to work out how Sam managed to invalidate that, because that would be this lap invalid as well on the final corner, which is why his track mat is red. So he'd be rushing back to the pit to get rid of those tyres.
I mean, that is quite impressive. I don't think I've ever seen that close to the start-finish line before.
I think what happened was he heard us say that he was going to be at the top and panicked. He crumbled like a damn poppadom. Just gone.
Disintegrated into a million pieces.
Sorry, Sam.
You're not though, are you, Dan? This is the thing.
No, well, he says he crossed the line and didn't set his time.
Ah, he must have got a this and last maybe. For that little...
Yeah, it would have been a this and last lap invalidated. It's probably from that runoff on the very final corner. Oh, only 4 managed to set a time there, 6 minutes left. Obviously Sammy getting an invalidation, George getting a trip across the gravel. I didn't really see anybody else where they invalidated. Obviously you witnessed Rentbo's invalidation.
Yeah, I saw George flying off my track mat right into the middle. But Maz starting his lap. Let's see what he can do. And Maz again. The Racing Points have locked out the front row for the last 2 weeks. Let's see if they can make it 3 from 3. As he comes down to finish Sector 1 with a 27-1 and it's purple. Maz looking on the money so far.
Sammy is now attacking polystyrene boards, probably in anger. I think he was actually just getting out of the way of the Renault there, Mars.
Maz is absolutely flying out up towards Maggots and Beckett's. Just chucking the car in and hoping it sticks, and it has. DRS open on the way down towards, well, on the way down towards Stowe. I'm trying to get my words out, but I'm just getting too excited. Attacking Stowe nicely, and he keeps it very tidy on the exit. This looks a very tidy lap from Maz. That's 25-2, puts him P3. Kurtboy looking real good up there in P2. Where's Rentbo? Come around the final corner. To 25-1.
25-1.
God, by 2/10 so far.
Well, these have still got time to do one more, I think. I think if they get in, what'll that be? 2 minutes. They may not have enough time. It'd be close. Sam going very, very slowly. Warming up those tyres.
Mars with a 25-2 puts himself up to P3. Ashwin on a lap as well, and so is George. George coming up towards Cots, but Ashwin coming through Magus and Beckett. Coming towards the hanger straight with the DRS open. Sammy starting his lap. Right, finish our lap. Finish the lap with Ashwin now. Has a little bit hesitant on the throttle, but keeps it in that straight line, which is where you need to be.
He's obviously doing some burning of the fuel here. Oh, he's having wheel issues.
There is.
Sammy, he's weaving on the straights and some harsh braking.
George up to P6 at a 25.3. You might find him cooling down and going out again.
Very close at the moment.
This is what we like. Hopefully we can bring this into the race.
Maz is coming in. Just being wheeled into the box now. He will have time to go straight back out.
Rembo, it's going to be tight for Rembo. Goes obviously in the pits, he can go out whenever he likes. Mars just coming in now. I think he's going to miss it. Kurt Boy round. But no damage.
That'll be the end. That'll be the end of Kurt Boy's qualifying.
Reset to track.
Oh, he's still got time to go around again if he's got the fuel.
Definitely think
George... Ferrari. Oh, just letting go through, letting George go through. George is on the lap. He's giving it another go. Throwing it around. There's great camera angles for this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, George is six seconds down, so he's on a cool down lap before he goes again.
God's now on his out lap. Mars has called it a day in qualifying. Rembo, I don't think she's going to make it. I don't think Rembo's going to make it. I don't think Maz is either. But Sam has just gone wide at the start of sector 2, so that's not going to help him at all.
Well, Sammy is the furthest out on track for this final run. Maggots and Beckett's keeps it valid. Where's my TV camera? And nope, decides to take the scenic route through there. Didn't actually give him an invalidated lap for that. Obviously compromised, and they're not. He's going to box anyway. He's going to box, so Sammy will start 10th. But Maz and Rembo might as well be racing at the moment.
Feels like they are a little bit. Maz is going to go for an overtake, but I think it's in vain. Rembo's not having it, but they're not going to make the line anyway.
Well, no, not on ours, but I think we're behind. I think our time is different. Well, no, because Maz will back off. If... No, yeah, Maz, that's it. It's
they
not...
both backed off. To be fair to them.
Gio's backed off, so it's just Ashwin's going to come in. That's it.
Gods has found a wall.
Gods has found a wall, but he is P1.
He is on pole position. Let's just hope he can keep it going through the race. But that is your final classification in qualifying for the top 10, which is Gods, Rembo and Mars, your top 3. Kurt Boy at a great P4, Maz into P5, George P6, Ashwin 7th, Ishinology 8th, Warrior Cloud 9th, and unfortunately for Sam, it is P10 with no lap time set. Velocity saying brilliant racing there by Becca and Maz. It certainly was. Hopefully we can have some more of that in the race. Maz's car currently glitching out. Don't want to be hearing that all night. So there it is. God sticks it on pole with the only time, which is in a sub 25 with a 24.9. Great lap from God. So great lap from God to get him onto P1. Rembo P2 with that brand spanking new helmet. Must have a bit of luck to it in P2. Rembo? She's in P2. Mars is P3 is what I was meant to say. Kurt Boy P4, Mavs 5th, George 6th, Ashton 7th. Ishinology 8th, Warrior Cloud 9th, and Sammy 10th. As we will load into the race now. As it is perfect blue skies for the race today. Something that it really wasn't all day today. Especially where I was anyway. Maz wanting to get straight on with it. Obviously happy with the setup, with the amount of fuel he's got in. What lap he's got to box, so... only 10 seconds left. This is where the nerves will start kicking in. For a lot of people, it's the home GP. Probably the best track, and that is me being probably a little bit biased, but I think it's probably the best track on the F1 calendar. It's got everything the circuit needs. It's got so much character. You make a mistake and you are punished. It's modern and old at the same time. Not like the whole new modern concept where you got runoffs that go from here to China and you save pretty much any mistake you make. Now we're back waiting for players. I think we've got a lobby issue. I hope we don't. I think we do. This is fantastic. I love my life. I think it could be a restart. No rush, Dan. I think we're restarting, bud.
Ah, okay. Some fresh mediums for some people then?
It is indeed. But top 10 need to be sensible here. We will find you if you decide to start cheating.
We will find you. We know where you live.
This is true. Well, I mean, this is absolutely riveting so far.
Yep, we just got confirmation that it's a restart, so I imagine it's probably best to end your stream.
I think it is.